What's going on, everybody? So, we finally got some snow. Haven't really been, wanting to make a video or anything like that, man. Just been a little down, man. You know, certain things going on, You know, I paid all this money, to get my other car fixed. Got it out the shop, and same thing is still happening. The same thing is still happening for the first reason I brought it in there. You know what I mean? And it's like I get it. Mechanics. Like even though he charged me a diagnostic fee and everything, he was supposed to diagnose the problem. He said he's gonna come over and just fix it at my place or whatever. But it's just crazy, bro. It's like you never know. You know what I mean? So I just been pissed off about that for a while. You know what I mean? Because I worked so hard, and I spent so much money, man. You know, he cleaned out the engine, the lower intake, and all of that, So, that was needed. It was needed. So, but certain things I don't think was needed. Certain mechanics, there's a difference between a mechanic and a parts changer or, a technician. You know what I'm saying? Like a real mechanic or a real auto technician is supposed to like diagnose the problem and know exactly what it is. But then you got other guys that are not technicians and they pretty much just throw darts at the board and see what sticks. In other words, they just guess on what parts to change out, so you waste money on paying for the parts and paying for the labor when those parts didn't need to be changed out, like different sensors and stuff, like a crank sensor, the MAF sensor, like different sensors like that. Some of these sensors they take a lot of labor and stuff, so it does get pricey. The labor is more expensive than the actual parts. You know, so and you know what I'm saying, and it's still doing the same thing. You know what I mean, and it's like I paid him, you know what I'm saying, like for the diagnosis. And I asked him, like, after he diagnosed it, because usually mechanics will pretty much waive the diagnostic fee if they are going to actually do the job. You know what I'm saying? Um, so when he diagnosed it and told me what was wrong with it, um, and they charge about an hour, I guess, for the diagnostic fee, and my mechanic, the one I'm working with right now, he's charging me $75 an hour, so just for the diagnostics, he charged me for 2 hours to diagnose it. So two hours for the diagnostic. So I paid $150 for the diagnosis or the diagnostics, whatever. You know, um, and then after that, he gives me pretty much a list of everything that he thinks, needs to be changed out. So, he's the mechanic, so I give the okay, and this is what it is, it is what it is, you know what I mean? And so he does the job, first he does one part, and then when he's in there, looking at the engine and everything, I think he started off with cleaning it or whatever. But then once he's in there looking at it, or then he said, "Oh yeah, we got to do this. We should do this to it because certain things like that." So I gave the okay for that. And it turned out, man, to be like a lot of money. You know what I mean? Which I worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? And it's like whenever you save money, whenever you're blessed by God, hallelujah, to have like $1,000 or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like it just disappears, man. You know what I mean? Altogether, I paid about 1,200. You know, that's what the diagnostics, $150 plus. Um, Actually, like 1,300 because it was another bill for like 125. So yeah, I paid about 1,300, right? I got all my receipts and everything, but basically he changed out a whole bunch of sensors and different things like that, and you know, still having the same problem. So I was doing my own research, and it's like nowadays, man, I do learn about cars, you know what I mean, but certain things like taking the engine apart and stuff like that, I just leave it like to the professionals, you know what I mean. I don't got the tools, things like with their experience and stuff like that, so or the time really, you know what I mean, to be messing around and trying to learn hands on and stuff like that, man. So, but I learned a little bit on YouTube and stuff like that, man. So it's a couple other things, that personally I think, but he should be coming and looking at it and for no more money, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the diagnosis fee was for that I paid for, for him to diagnose the problem. And then, obviously he didn't diagnose it, right? Because it's still doing the same exact thing before I brought it to him, you know, which is stalling out. It just stalls out, while you're driving it. Then you could end up stranded somewhere, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I just been pissed off about that, man, you know what I mean? And I guess it's good for me to get this off my chest or whatever, and share it with you guys, man. But, so, that's that, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I'm really down a little bit depressed, a little bit pissed off, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Uh, Cause I stopped dealing with one mechanic for that reason, man. Like he said, I needed an alternator, and after I paid the money, and after he did the labor and he put the new alternator in, I realized that the problem was not the alternator, and so I'm coming out of pocket. I'm paying money for a part for him to put in and labor for him to do the work, that wasn't needed. And on top of that, he has my old alternator, which is good, which he can make money off of and use that in somebody else's vehicle or something like that. So it's just messed up, man. You know what I mean? It's just messed up, man. It's hard to find a good mechanic. It really is, man. It's crazy. You know, like really, like that's why it's just best to learn and to fix your own shit, man. For real. You know what I mean? And for all of the Pharisees, man, the worst shit is in the Bible. It's the word done, okay? For all you idiots out there. But yeah, man, the California fires, man, is due. For those of us who been known about due DEW, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new. We already know. You know, but the majority of people are so stupid, man. Brainwashed, with the mind control, where it's like wildfire, so everybody think it's a natural wildfire. You know what I mean? While they're using direct energy weapons. You know, wildfire is a brain. Wildfires, yeah, they might exist, but a fire is a fire, man. Whether it's a so-called wildfire, natural fire, naturally occurring fire, whether it be baby goat kids in the woods setting fires intentionally, right? Those baby goats, you got to watch out for those baby goats, man. I'm telling you. I remember when I was a baby goat, when I first learned how to strike a match and start a fire. I was trying to set the elementary school on fire. You know what I mean? They had like a wooden balcony. The fifth grade building part after school. Me and my brother, after like a couple days after we learned how to strike a match. I'm telling you. So baby goats, they could be pretty dangerous. When it comes to starting fires and stuff. But we tried our best. We didn't use no gasoline or nothing, but we used like papers and stuff to try to set the wooden balcony part, not balcony, but like wooden deck. It was like a deck, you know what I mean? And we took off, on our bicycles out of there after we set the fire, and then like I think it could have been coincidental, or they could have been coming for because of us setting the fire. You know what I'm saying? But we heard the fire truck sirens on our way home while we were riding our bicycles. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, those baby ghosts are nothing to play with, man. There's a lot of kids out there. You know what I mean? You know, you know, and some of us were once baby goats. You know what I mean? But now we're baby sheep, children of Jesus. You know what I mean? So, but Satan wants his baby goats, that's for sure. But I guess, the point of this message, man, is, you know, certain things in life, man, could piss you off. You got to deal with it and you got to move forward. And, you know, all of us were once baby goats, we all sinned, but we're no longer children of the devil. When we gave our life to Jesus Christ, we are now children. Jesus said, become children again. So now we are baby sheep.